Grammar on a Beach. Now we're going to talk about gender and the definite article in Greek. In Greek, there are three genders. There's masculine, there's feminine, and there's neuter. In Greek, every noun has an inherent gender. What do I mean by that? I mean that the word phone is a neuter word in Greek. It will always be neuter. There's no feminine version of it. The word man is a masculine word in Greek. It will always be masculine. And the word woman is a feminine word in Greek. It will always be feminine. What does this mean? It means when you learn a Greek word, a noun, when you learn a Greek noun, you have to learn its gender as well. The word ithalassa means sea in Greek. That is a feminine word. It will always be feminine. So every noun has an inherent gender, a gender that is built into it. Now, adjectives in Greek and some other things called participle change to match the noun they modify. So I said that the word for sea, thalassa, is feminine. If I say blue sea, the word blue is going to be made feminine. I'm going to use a feminine ending. If I'm talking about the sky, the blue sky, which is a masculine word, that word blue is going to then become masculine. I'm going to change the ending to match the noun. So nouns have a stable inherent gender, and adjectives match the gender of the nouns that they modify. Finally, a bit more nuanced of a point. Gender is grammatical, not natural. What do I mean? I mean that not all objects are in the neuter. Not all words having to do with men are in the masculine. Not all words having to do with women are in the feminine. The word man is in the masculine, o andras. The word woman is in the feminine, I gyneka. But the word boy, to παιδί, is in the neuter. And the word girl, to παιδί, is in the neuter. And the word chair, which is an object, is in the feminine. Okay? So grammar, the gender of a noun, doesn't have to do with maybe what we might expect. That's why we must learn the gender again when we learn the noun. Now let's look at definite articles. A definite article in Greek is the word the. Why is it called the definite article? Well, a definite article defines something out of a group. If you look at this illustration right here, we have some dots, right? Different dots. If I want to describe this pink dot, I will say it is the pink dot. The pink one. The word the there is serving to define which dot I'm talking about. Whereas here, if I'm talking about pink dots, I might say a pink dot, a pink dot. That's an indefinite article. It's not defining because when I say a pink dot, I could be referring to any of them. We're going to leave that for another lesson, the indefinite article. Today we're talking about the definite article, which is the word the. It helps us define things. Now, definite articles, they decline, which means they change depending on the gender and the number and the case of the word they're modifying. So, what does that mean? We learned about cases already. It means that if a definite article, the word the, is modifying a nominative singular word, let's put singular and plural up here. Singular and plural. If it's modifying a nominative singular word and it's masculine, it's going to be o. If it's modifying a nominative singular word that is a feminine word, it becomes e. And if it's modifying a nominative singular word that is in the neuter, it becomes to. Okay, so the word the in Greek, because there are three genders, has three root forms, o, I, and to. Now, there's also cases in Greek, which means that if the word that the is modifying is in the genitive, it's going to be tu in the masculine. It's going to be tis in the feminine, tav, ita, sigma. And it's going to be tu in the neuter, singular. And then in the accusative singular, masculine, it's going to be ton. In the accusative feminine, singular, it's going to be tin. And in the accusative neuter, singular, it's going to be to. Okay? Now, if the, we're not talking about the tree, but we're talking about the trees, plural, we're going to have plural versions of the word the. So, the nominative masculine plural of the is e. The feminine masculine plural of the is also e. And the neuter plural of the is ta. The genitive plural of the masculines is ton. And guess what? For the feminine, it's also ton. And for the neuter, it's also ton. This is ti, omega, ni. And finally, the accusative plural masculine is tous. Tous. I see the skies, plural. I'm going to say tous Uranus. The feminine plural accusative is tis, and the neuter plural accusative is ta. Let's make some observations here. First of all, some things match, which is nice. In the masculine, we see that the plural is e. In the feminine, the plural is also e. So those match. Also, in the neuter, the nominative singular matches with the accusative singular, and the nominative plural, ta, matches with the accusative ta. So in fact, in the neuter, the accusative matches with the nominative. They match each other. And finally, one thing we can point out for all of them is the genitive plural. Look at the genitive plural. For masculine, ton. For feminine, ton. They match. And for neuter, ton as well. Okay? So those are the definite articles the. You'll notice I didn't put anything for vocative. That's because you don't need to define who you're talking to when you're shouting at them. If you see Bobby over there and he's going to go in the street and the light is red, he doesn't notice it, you're not going to say, the Bobby. You're going to shout his name, Bobby, and he knows you're talking to him. So the vocatives actually don't have any definite article. The vocative of the definite article does not in fact exist. So those are definite articles.